Well, hello to you, Laara. My goodness me, it's lovely to be here with you on this chat today. Because I remember, Laara, when we first connected, I mean, we've never met, and it was many years ago. I don't know if you remember, but it was when we were into the raw food movement. It must be 7 years ago. It must be. And
Yeah, it must be it's probably more than that actually. Probably when I first came to, maybe even when I first came onto Facebook, because a lot of that community of raw food and healing and etc. was very
yeah, yeah, and I remembered you because of the way you show up in the world. I'd never even messaged you on Facebook or anything, but somehow I just knew you. I just knew you and resonated with you as a gardener, an architectural gardener, I believe you are as still. And then years and years down the road, here we are learning about our money journey, which is a huge learning curve, isn't it? That the mindset of most people with money is they're scared to look at it. They're scared to look at big numbers in this world in which we live. So here we find ourselves both on a journey with CASHFX, which is crypto forex trading. So tell us a bit about your journey and how you started with your money crypto forex journey.
Well, it wasn't particularly planned really. It was just one of those evolutions, and of course I was introduced into CashFX. But if I go back and especially in this time of great change and kind of money chaos, money transformation, it's made me really reflect on where, what was my money story and my history with money. Because when you think about it, none of us are really taught particularly about money. We're not taught in school about it. We're not particularly given much sort of teachings from our parents, or I wasn't, certainly. So, and as a creative, as working as a designer, my connection in the world was much more with creating beauty than with money. I'd sacrifice myself for the beauty and not really connect with kind of either one's value and the value of what you were creating, or wasn't really bothered about the money. It was I just wanted to create.
Yeah, but it's the support that we need to create, isn't it? Like you're an artist and you use plants and trees and natural compounds to create. But if you're not getting the money to support the time you need to do that, then it's all going to go pear-shaped, isn't it? You're just going to end up worn out and exhausted, even though there's beauty in what you create. It's so true. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I mean, really, the money is at the basis of creation of everything, isn't it?
Well,
like a safety and security, and everything.
Well, it's the system we're born into. We come into this system and it is money orientated. It wasn't always, but the powers that be have made it that we use, a monetary system, which is genius. The system itself is genius because we don't want all the green economy, do we? I mean, I don't want a load of rhurbarb every day. And so
I might have a lot of rhubarb.
Money, it's one of the easiest things to grow. But anyway, money is a genius concept. But like a lot of things in this duality world, with duality consciousness, it's just abused. Right, left, and center. It's abused by the few so that the many have nothing. So yeah, so how then are you doing with your empowered queen transition? Because I know you've got a website called Empowered Queen, which is absolutely beautiful.
I have, and really that's been kind of a mission in creation for some time, and really that's been part of my own evolution. And then and of course because it's all about the complete modalities in one's life that actually bring you into your own empowerment, and money is one of those modalities. You can't miss that aspect out. So if you're poor and kind of can't, you know, you've got no facility to do anything or to enrich your life in any way, then you're not empowered.
Well, that's right.
So
We spoke about that, didn't we? That it's a big slice of the cake of the wholeness of all of us that is missing with so many people, you know. And people talk about being independent and so on. And to me, and I don't know about your views on this, but if we are not individually empowered with our own income, not necessarily earned income, which we'll come to with the forex trading, but with our own income, then how can we possibly in this earthly environment be totally empowered? I don't think it's possible. Do you?
no, I don't. And I think that, you know, so many people live in fear of actually even looking at their money situation. You know, I mean, I'm lucky I never chose to have a credit card, so I've never gone down that route. But I know so many people who have and find themselves completely disempowered through not using them in a harmonious or balanced way and getting into a lot of debt. So I don't think you can be empowered if you're scared of even looking at your money situation, whether it's good or bad, you know.
Yeah, that is the first step, isn't it? To look today, right now, at your relationship with money, good or bad, and start to own it all. Because in my experience, there is a way out of poverty. There's a way out of debt for all of us. Now, it didn't used to be. You go back 50 years, you go back 30 years even. And right up until, you know, with my crypto forex trading journey, which has been for a few years now, it wasn't until 2019 that I was able to really, in a true sense, start to thrive with money, because we can have a good relationship with it mentally and emotionally, but unless we have a platform, a means to materialize that money, you know, a thriving financial situation in our lives, it ain't going to happen. So we need a platform, don't we? Which
We
leads.
do. We do. And actually that brings me to say about my experience and my sort of introduction to CASHFX. You know, I was looking for my portal really to give me more stability and more opportunities actually. And that's what CASHFX gave me, because it's just got so many different, it's very dynamic platform. It gives you options. It's suitable for whether you're a complete beginner in the forex trading field or whether you're more experienced. And yeah, I absolutely feel that I found my family, my place.
Yeah. So tell us about your journey then. How you started. You know, we all know that you know, those that are within CASHFX, we all know you start with a contract. So tell us a little bit about your journey for everyone that's listening to this today. How did you start? What did you start with?
Well, I was incredibly lucky because I was given a trading pack, and you know, I'm really blessed about that, really, because it did come to me unexpectedly, and I was gifted a $300 trading pack, which is the lowest that you can have, which is amazing, isn't it? That you can actually get started with $300.
Yeah.
So it's like saying, you know, this is open to all sorts of people. You do not have to be incredibly wealthy or have lots of loose funds hanging around, or, you know, a couple of gold bars. That you can get started with as little as that. So I came in at that point, and I sort of just watched for a while, because the actual platform's quite complex, isn't, you know, in its dynamic form, and the options for people, it takes a bit of time to kind of understand that. And
if you're brand new to the whole concept of Bitcoin, of crypto and forex trading, yeah, for sure it's a learning curve. But then as you've come through that learning curve, you can look back and you can think, well, actually, it's quite simple. You know, it's
Well,
the thing, isn't it?
it
You don't
is.
know what you don't know. So, yeah.
So yes, it is. I mean, actually, I'm talking more about the business buildings
Ah,
opportunities
right. Okay.
that are quite complex when you're looking at them,
Yeah.
because they are very dynamic. And and at first I thought, I don't really understand, yes, the trading aspect of it, but all the rest was quite a lot to sort of assimilate and understand. And then when you understand the power of the platform, and what I've really love about the platform is that it is a family. There's a lot of inspiration, this fantastic leadership. The CEO comes onto corporate calls, and you can see where he is actually coming from. It's a heart. Yes, he's a very wealthy man, but he's coming from his heart in creating this platform with his partner. So it's just been, I know it's going to actually rock my whole world.
I think it's already rocked your world. Yeah. So we digress a bit. Let's go back to your $300 contract that you started to have that traded for you, but while you slept, and then you'd wake up in the morning, for example, and you'd see what percentage your trading contract had increased by while you slept.
Yeah.
Where are you at now? Which is, yeah, just tell us how long you've been with CASHFX and where you're at now with it.
Well, I'm on a 10,000 pack, and which means
$10,000 pack, yeah.
$10,000 pack, and of course that your packs are bought with Bitcoin, aren't they? So there's a combination of the forex trading and the Bitcoin, which Hazel, I'm sure you'll just explain a bit more about that. But I came in at a $300 pack, and I just kind of watched what was happening. That all on the trading days, you're just accruing interest, aren't you? You're just making some money. And so I was kind of watching how the system of the trading has been created, and that is so that even if you're a passive trader with a trading pack, your pack doubles, and then you upgrade to the next pack, and then that pack doubles, and you upgrade to the next pack. And it's an amazing process, because you don't have to actually know or be able to trade, do you? You just keep upgrading and upgrading.
We're talking about the power of compounding, that Einstein introduced us all to. So that's something that people can learn about as well. The power, the miracle that is compounding. It is truly a miracle, in the same way that when you give your focus and your passion to something, that causes momentum, which is the compounding of energy, but it's absolutely astonishing. And to introduce people to the forex trading world, that is a $5.3 trillion a day platform that the banks and corporations and governments all trade on, with those huge numbers. And now what I love, and I love to say this all the time, that now it's available to the common folk, not just privileged
I
know. And you're well on your way now, going up, compounding from $300, and you're on your way to that $100,000 contract. That that is the largest contract, but you can keep renewing that, and that $100,000 contract is forever traded for you. So tell me, Laara, how do you think, or if you will ever go into the copy trading and the MT4 platform that is soon to be available, where you are actually going to be on your computer looking at those trades, those candlesticks yourself? My goodness me, did we ever think, Laara, we would be traders or learning to be. What this life has in store for us, it's amazing.
Well, I think my father will be turning over, thinking, looking down at me, thinking, "What? That woman who was all that creative, off the wall girl?"
Stood
because
off the wall.
because he was very money orientated. He was a successful businessman, and he did stocks and shares.
Oh wow, that's where you get it from then. Yeah.
He never taught any of us any of that. He just kicked us out the door to get on with
With life.
really.
Yeah.
So for me, I probably will do the copy trading, because I think that what CashFX is doing, and the status of the traders, they are world class.
Mm.
And as I'm accumulating money from Monday to Friday, and because the trading packages are being created so that you naturally get to have 100K trading pack without putting any more money in.
Yeah.
It's incredible. So why not do some copy trading as well?
Yeah, yeah, if that's your thing, and the thing is, Laara, isn't it? It's what brings us joy, what gives us that buzz, what gives us that spring to our step. And if we add copy trading to that, and it fills us with that good energy, with happiness, with joy, then go do it. Go do it. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like an evolution, isn't it? And it's an aspect of one's journey here on Earth. I mean, if I'm unsuccessful copy trading, then I'll just continue with the trading pack that's just
Yeah.
going to take me to 100K
Yeah.
pack.
Yeah. Plus, as well, if I can interject there, you talked about, the multi-level marketing side and building a team, which, you can just trade, or you can build a business out of it, which I understand that's what you're doing as well. And you're going about it in the right way because of all the webinars, all of the trainings, up to 3 a day sometimes. And I know that you are such a disciplined, precise kind of person, that you've done all your research, and you've done essentially all of your due diligence, and you've come to this huge understanding, really, compared to where you were before. Yeah.
I think for me, I'm not a network marketer, particularly, or I'm certainly not a professional at that. I mean, all business is about connection and
Yeah,
marketing, isn't
sharing. It's about
it?
sharing, really. Yeah.
About sharing and building relationships. But I think, especially in the last couple of months, what has really touched me is how many people in the world that actually need something like this. I have connections in India and Italy, and I've spoken to quite a few of those people during this whatever corona experience.
Let's call it a pandemic. Yeah. Yeah.
And people are in dire states, and just being able to get onto a $300 trading pack and eventually have 100K trading pack without putting any more money in is just it's just got the capacity to rock people's lives, to completely change their living experience. And that's the driving force for me, not just to create change for myself and evolve as a person and my own money story, but to actually be part of changing other people's lives. But that's what CashFX is about as well.
Yeah, it is. I know. And you touched on our CEO, Oscar Lopez, who is a man of the people, no doubt about it, because he doesn't need CashFX for sure. He knows, that it's a calling, if you like, that he knows within himself there is a strong force within him that almost compels him to share this and take this out to the world. We know that from the corporate calls we've been on, where he's joined in and spoken to us all, and we know it from the leadership calls, you know, the character of the CEO of CASHFX is exemplary. And then, of course, we mustn't leave out his partner, Edwin Abard, but of course, we don't know him that well because he doesn't speak English too well. So, you know, Woskar is the spokesperson for that. But yeah, and we know, don't we, that a company is as good as its leader. The same way a pub is as good as its landlord, or a church is as good as its vicar, you know. And any business is as good as the leader. So you know, I think that's a really good place to bring our chat to an end, actually. And if anyone is listening to this, and I hope you are, just get in touch with Laara. She's a lovely, lovely woman, higher consciousness personified, okay? And she too is a man of the people. So anyway, lovely chatting to you, Laara, and let's do this again soon, because there's so much.
Thank you.
And we do know that people, I say this with tongue in cheek, don't tend to listen to more than 10 minutes, but we've been going for 30 minutes already. Didn't that go quickly? So
thank you so much, Hazel. Yeah, thank you. Very valuable to talk.
Yeah, lots of love to you.
You too.